I'm Harper Lee, 23, newly graduated in Environmental Biological Sciences from the University of Chicago. This is the story of how my graduation gala became the night I learned my parents would kill me to protect their empire, and how I used their own poison to dismantle it. I grew up knowing love was transactional. My father Richard Lee was the polished face of Lee Pharmaceuticals, Forbes profiles, keynote speeches, the man who changed healthcare. My mother Victoria was the impeccable society matriarch, board seats, couture, never a flaw visible. My younger sister Sophia, 21, the perfect heir with her impeccable Stanford transcript and already climbing the executive ladder, was their masterpiece. I was the outlier. The uncompromising one. The scientist who cared more about poisoned waterways than profit margins. They never voiced the hierarchy outright. They didn't need to. Sophia's every achievement earned framed photos and gala announcements. My state science fair wins disappeared into drawers. When Grandma Margaret passed, she quietly left me the one asset they couldn't touch, a $10 million trust, released only upon graduation or age 25. With it came a sealed letter. Harper, the world will try to shrink you. Refuse. Truth is your sharpest instrument. Wield it. Those words anchored me through senior year when my capstone research revealed explosive contamination in the Calumet River, levels of cyclopentylamine derivative 47, the same discontinued compound Lee Pharma had buried after internal trials showed lethal cardiac risks. The contamination source traced directly to their West Side plant. They were illegally dumping toxic waste. I confronted them at dinner. Laid the lab reports across the table like a prosecutor's exhibit. I know what the company is doing. If you don't stop, I will make it public. Silence cut like glass. My father spoke first, voice dangerously soft. You have no idea what's at stake, Harper. This family endures because certain truths stay buried. My mother never lifted her gaze from her wine. Sophia stared at me as though I'd become a stranger. That night I began duplicating everything, encrypted drives, trusted faculty, anonymous submissions to the EPA and FDA. I also began observing my parents. The sudden warmth. The forced invitations. The way my mother's eyes followed every glass I lifted. I thought I was ready. I wasn't. The gala was immaculate. Live strings. Champagne fountains. Red carpet photographers. My mother had arranged custom cocktails, one unmistakably mixed for me. When the server set it down, I saw the gesture. Her hand. The subtle tilt. The powder. Half a second. I kept my smile serene. Raised the glass in a playful toast. Then turned to Sophia, luminous in ivory silk, already basking in compliments. Here, I said softly, offering her the flute. You deserve the first sip. You've always been the real star. Sophia laughed, charmed, and drank it in one smooth motion. The shift was swift. 10 minutes later she faltered. 20 minutes later she pressed a hand to her chest. 30 minutes later she crumpled to the marble. Chaos erupted. Shouts. Phones flashing. Someone screamed for paramedics. I knelt beside her, feigning panic while Emily, my roommate filming discreetly from across the table, captured everything. Paramedics stormed in. I gave them the compound name, the exact molecule, the antidote protocol. They moved fast. In the ICU, as Sophia battled for stability, toxicology confirmed cyclopentylamine derivative 47. The same toxin they'd been dumping into the river for years. Police arrived within the hour. I handed over Emily's video. The unmistakable moment my mother dosed the drink. The moment I passed it to Sophia. The moment my father's face drained of color as he realized the target had changed. By sunrise the story exploded. Pharmaceutical heiress poisoned at sister's graduation gala. Lee Pharma heiress critical after suspected family sabotage. Federal raid underway at Lee Pharmaceuticals headquarters. The fallout was immediate. The EPA reopened the Calumet investigation with my complete dataset. The FDA halted 3 flagship drugs pending review. Shareholders fled. The board convened emergency sessions. My father resigned before they could remove him. Sophia lived. When she woke 3 days later, the first name she asked for was mine. She didn't grasp it at first. Then she saw the headlines. The footage. The warrants. She wept for hours. Not for our parents. For the sister she'd spent her life trying to outshine, never realizing we were both pawns in their game. We barely spoke that first week. But she never once defended them. The trial moved quickly. Federal counts, attempted murder, conspiracy, environmental felonies, securities fraud. The jury deliberated less than 2 days. Guilty on every charge. My father received 30 years. My mother 22. The company imploded beneath lawsuits and penalties. The $10 million trust remained mine, untouched. I liquidated the family real estate. Donated half to environmental justice organizations. Used the remainder to launch the Margaret Lee Foundation, dedicated to holding pharmaceutical giants accountable for ecological harm. Sophia moved in with me for a time. We're still learning how to be sisters instead of competitors. Some evenings we sit on the balcony overlooking the lake, talking quietly. No agenda. No performance. I still dream of that footage sometimes. My mother's hand. The powder. The moment I handed the glass to Sophia. I carry no regret. Because the night they tried to end me, they ended the hollow version of family we'd all been living inside. And from those ruins, 2 sisters finally chose each other.